The journey of caring for a loved one who is living with dementia can be quite challenging. The aim of this podcast is to make caregiving less daunting and more fulfilling. On this platform, we share knowledge, understanding, and experiences. We enlighten, give hope, and encourage, and in the process, create positive awareness about different aspects of dementia. Welcome to my podcast, Dementia Caregivers Corner. My name is Juliah Ratladi. Dementia Care, how deep is your love? I have decided to make this recording after my conversation with Ndu, who is my guest in this episode. The reason being, I just wanted to make you aware of how unpredictable dementia caregiving can get. And I wanted to make you aware of what dementia caregivers go through in their daily lives, What happened is that while we were recording this episode, Mdu's grandma, who lives with dementia, came into the room and started talking with Mdu. Yeah, like nothing was happening. She really didn't care that Mdu was on another line. And so Mdu had to attend to her. I know the importance of engaging with people living with dementia because I have seen instances whereby some caregivers just ignore them because they think that they are incapacitated somehow. I have seen cases whereby caregivers talk about them in their presence as if they are not there. Which to me, I think is very sad. Like if someone is talking about you in your presence, I want to think that they'll feel useless. So let us learn as caregivers to talk to them instead of talking about them. So what is going to happen is that when you listen to this episode, you are going to hear my voice, you're going to hear Mdu's voice and Grandma's voice. I have decided not to edit it out because to you, it might seem as interruption or disruption. To me, as someone who is in the dementia space, in the dementia field, it is real life for people living with dementia. It is real life for dementia caregivers. So take a listen and let us know what you think. Ta-da! In today's episode, I have a special guest whom I discovered through social media. His videos, which feature heartfelt interactions with his grandma who lives with dementia, deeply moved me. Our guest demonstrated remarkable skills in handling his grandma. When I saw those skills, I immediately sent him an invitation to join us on this podcast because I wanted him to share his experiences as a dementia caregiver in Africa. I have chatted with different dementia caregivers around the world, but this one is particularly dear to me because I am an African and I want people to understand that there is an illness called dementia. Research shows that back home in sub-Saharan Africa, people do not understand what dementia is. The second thing, people living with dementia are not cared for properly, and caregivers lack the necessary skills to provide adequate care. The most heartbreaking one is people living with dementia are sometimes considered as witches or believed to have been bewitched. These accusations can be fatal, as some individuals with dementia end up being killed by the communities that they live in. So without further ado, let us welcome in today's episode none other than Nduduzo from KZN in South Africa. Yes, we welcome you to Dementia Caregivers Corner podcast, Nduduzo.
Thank you so much, Julia, for having me.
Yes. Let's get into it. I was going to start by asking you how grandma is, but I just saw that before we even started, she came in. So I know how she is. She looked happy, Yes. Let's talk about this. Do you know the kind of dementia that grandma lives with?
No. I was only told that she has dementia when she was diagnosed, and that was it. No one told me what kind of, I don't know I just, I didn't know that there's kinds of dementia. I was just told that she has dementia and I have to look after her this way and that way as well. I was not told.
Okay. No, it's fine. I want us to talk about grandma a little bit. How was she like before she was diagnosed with dementia? What kind of a person was she?
Um, she was a very loving and kind person, but she was very strict.
In what way?
Um, I grew up with her, literally, because my mom had to work somewhere else, and I stayed with her. She was she was very strict in a way that she would never allow me to play on the streets. They're kind of strict. She
Okay.
was a nurse, and she was like, you know what? You can't play until 6. You can't do this. That was the kind of life that I lived.
Oh yeah. Yes, just like maybe a lot of us back home with yes, I like that. Is she the one coming in again?
Yes, yes. Just asking if you can sit down there. Yeah, yeah, sure.
I like that. Okay, so I think she's going to be part of the conversation, even though maybe she'll not be saying anything.
Yeah.
Yes, let's continue. Let us continue. Tell me, Nduduzo, what kind of behaviors did she exhibit that seemed strange to you as a family, which you were not even aware that it could be dementia that is causing her to behave in such a way?
It was just immediately after my mom passed away, then she started behaving in a way that I didn't understand. I lived in Joburg and she lived in Durban with my mother.
Mm-hmm.
So when my mom passed away, I stayed after the funeral with her, thinking that she would be able to stay on her own because she's a very strong woman.
Mm-hmm.
And then after my mom's funeral, I discovered that she behaved strangely, in a way that sometimes she didn't know who I was. She'll wake up and ask me, "Uba Nwena?" Like, who are you?
Yes.
You know? And I'm like, no, I am this person. I'm Nosipo's child. And she'll be like, no, Nosipo's child is very young. You are very old, you know? So uh, she thought Nduduzo was a very young boy. So that's when I discovered that there's something wrong with her. Then I took her to a doctor, and the doctor did tests and whatever. Then they discovered that she had dementia.
Okay. You know how they go back in like when you're having dementia, the most things that you remember are those that from long, long, long back. I think that's where she now took you into to say, okay, I remember Mduduza when maybe he was 5 years old. You are a big
Mhm.
man.
She
Yes.
was like, no, Nosipo's child cannot be this old.
Oh, okay. Oh, what other things can you remember? That's the strange behaviors. Because I want people to know that when they see their loved ones maybe exhibiting such behaviors, they should be cognizant to think that this could be dementia. What some of the behaviors that you
Some
experience?
of the behaviors were she would ask for the toilet in her own house.
Uh huh.
She'd be like, where is the toilet? I'm like, okay, you're asking me where the toilet is in your own house. Like, there's the toilet. She'd be like, oh, okay. No one showed me the toilet.
Oh, yeah. I wonder how you are. You a big family?
No,
No, no, no.
we're not a big family. It's
Okay.
just me and her. That's it.
Okay. Because like I was wondering how did you react to that? Because it seemed weird, right?
Yeah, it was very weird, in the beginning. But then, fortunately, I had a friend who was a psychologist, and then she told me all about it. She was like, "No, your grandma is going through this, so you must support her and take her to the doctor, and then they need to refer her to a neurologist." That's when they discovered that she has dementia.
Mm. Okay. And now you are living with her. Who else is living with your grandma? Or is it
My sister.
okay, you and your
It's-
sister. Are you the primary caregivers?
yes, we are.
Do you have assistance from outside?
We tried, but it didn't work because she doesn't want anyone from the outside to. She knows us, even though she doesn't know who we are. She doesn't recognize us, but she knows who we are. But when there's someone from outside, she dismisses those people.
Oh, I remember I assisted this one lady. She had forgotten her children, but when they come
Mhm.
in, she would be like, I don't know who you are, but I know that you love me.
Mm.
Yeah, that's sad, so it's you and your sister who are assisting. Does that mean then that you don't work? You are a full-time caregiver?
Yeah, I'm a full-time caregiver right now because I felt that I needed to be with her full-time.
Yes. Tell me about a typical day for our national grandma. What time does she work? Does she have like a schedule?
She doesn't have a like a schedule, like you know, but she wakes up every morning. When she wakes up, she comes into my room and she checks on me. Then I know that I have to wake up. Even when my sister's around, I know that I have to wake up and just be with her. I think she's so fond of me in that way. She stays with my sister most of the time because I have to go out and work and hustle and do whatever that I have to do. But my sister stays with her like full time. So when I'm at home, she finds like right now, she just came into my room. Like every day she does that.
Okay. Is she on medication? Any form of medication?
The doctor said no because it's gonna make her uh I don't know how to explain this. The thing is,
Okay. No, that one. Say that again.
the thing is,
Yes.
what he said, medication is omenza abe something she's not. Because she's gonna be like, like a cabbage kind of thing. She's gonna be like, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I like her when she's like this, not when she's a
Yes.
cabbage.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. No, when you talk about that, I remember one case where they taken this lady to a nursing home and she was given some medication and they over medicated her and she ended up being on a wheelchair.
Okay.
So I understand what you mean. So what I'm doing right now is I'm doing my dissertation on dementia to find out why the uptake or dementia awareness is not taken in Africa. In your personal experiences, do you think we as Africans know about this illness?
No, we know nothing about this condition. Unless you are faced with it, then like me, I had to go and research about it. Some people they think Oguti, when someone is dementia, they're witches and whatever and those things, especially KZN and Eastern Cape.
Yeah.
Which is what I also want to venture into that. I also want to raise awareness, especially in KZN and Eastern Cape, because they're killed.
They are. They are.
Our grandmothers are being killed because you find them in the neighbor's yard, and
Yes.
they,
Yes.
they're
Yes.
witches. They're bewitching them. So I'm trying to raise that awareness. I would say our grandmothers are not witches. They just,
It's
they
the
have a
illness.
condition. Dementia.
No, I like that. And it will go far. Don't even despair. We need this as Africans. But tell me, Nduduzo, the way you are handling your grandma is like you have gone through a intensive training. Have you been trained to care for her, or is just your natural, normal being?
Never. I had to go and learn about dementia. I had to teach myself that, hey, this condition, you need to treat it this way. I had to watch videos from YouTube from people that have parents that are that have dementia, for me to actually understand dementia.
Yeah, but I'm sure that you have that in you. You're like your natural calm person, because even when she got in while we're still talking, you know how to, you're talking with me and you're also attending to her. Really big up to you, bro. Seriously. Dementia is progressive. You know that, but we know that by now, right? It's not going to get better. Do you ever think that you're going to take your grandma to a nursing home when now you are not able to? No?
Never.
Oh.
I believe that I need to look after her until she dies. Yeah, I feel like that. You know, us as Black people, it's hardly ever a Black person takes the elderly to a home.
Yes.
Because yes, as much as I'm struggling, yes, somehow, but I want to look after her until her last day.
Okay. Yeah, but obviously, if it becomes extraneous for you, because I know that caregivers caring for people living with dementia, they get more strain than people who care for other illnesses, because their day, like just what just happened, is just erratic. Anytime is tea time for them, you know. Yes. So let us end this on a beautiful moments. Do you want to share with the listeners the moments, funny stories that she does that you think listeners would like to know about?
Well, she sometimes behaves like a 5-year-old. She would think that I'm my father. Those are the most beautiful moments because I get to be the adult.
Yes.
I get to tell her, hey, don't do that. Sit down, you know? And then she sits because she thinks I'm her father, you know? And those are the most beautiful moments with her. Those are the most calmest moments with her. Other than that, but she gets very grumpy, but those moments are the most beautiful when I have the upper hand and I say, hey, sit down, eat, you know, and I feed her. And she loves that.
Okay. Oh, right. I obviously saw your videos and I heard her calling you Baba, right?
Yes.
But is it Baba? Yes.
Baba, yes.
Yeah. No, that's really interesting. So what do you think? Talk to the people in KZN. How should they assist people living with dementia? How should you be assisted? How should dementia awareness be taken in KZN? Talk to them.
Okay. I think, firstly, you know, when you live with someone with dementia, you must first understand them. There are moments which we must understand as caregivers. Or when she's like this, I must behave like this. When she's like that, I must behave like that, you know, which is most people fail at that. It's those moments that people need to understand. I would say when someone is dementia, you must know how to treat them, how to behave when they're behaving a certain way. Yeah.
Right.
That's it.
Yes. No, that's it. We have to fight this, Nduduzo. I was so happy to see your videos just raw like that. So yes, grandma is still there, right?
Yeah, she's still here. She looked at my mother's picture and she's like, "Oh no, see, Polo."
Okay. I really love this. So this is what you deal with every day. Like anytime you can just come into your room and just chat with you. So we need people who are calm. We need people who are patient. Very, very patient. Because otherwise,
it takes a lot of patience.
yeah,
A lot of patience for you to understand someone who's dementia. But if you don't have patience, then you can't look after them.
It's going to be hard. Somebody was saying it's even harder to take care of your loved one than to take care of a dementia.
Like, all the time with me. Um, can you hear?
Yeah, yes, I can hear. Yes. Let me see if there's anything that I have left. Yes, you have said the message to the KZN people and to the people of the world, really. Yes. In conclusion, what would you like to say?
Yeah, I would like to say to them that our grandparents are no wishes. Sorry, I have to attend to her. Yeah, what's happening la? Yeah, our grandparents are not witches. They have a condition, and we need to educate ourselves about the condition. Because you know what, Nim? I have managed to teach my neighbors about dementia. I have managed to say to them, hey, if you find my grandmother in your yard, you must know that she's not being a witch, but she has a condition that is like this and this and this and that. And they understand, you know. But if my grandmother would be found somewhere else, they would think she's a witch. Because before she would wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning
Pajamas.
in her
Yes.
pajamas, would find her in the neighbor's house. And the neighbor would be like, hey, she'll call me and say, hey, your grandmother is here, you know? So we, in the townships mostly, and in the rural areas where our grandparents are being killed, they must just know that it's hardly witchcraft. Yes, we know that that's witchcraft, but sometimes, mostly with people that are elderly, it's not witchcraft.
Yes.
It is
Yes.
dementia. So people must understand that. And I'm trying to teach my community, and I have tried to engage with them and, you know, try to make them understand.
You know what I like, Nduduzo, what I like about what you just said now, that you have taught your neighbors, because it starts with the people within us, within our, you know. So if your neighbors know that grandma, that is our grandma there. You know how I love this? I love this chat because she is there. You know, she's there in her own world. And we have to understand their own world so that we are able to assist them properly. And really, Mduduzo, you are doing a very good job. You have understood her world. You have seen you interacting with her on your videos. And I'm seeing you live right now interacting with her. All I can say is that really God will bless you. God will take you higher and higher. And you'll be able to help the people in KZN as well, not just grandma, you know. Yes. All right. No, I think that should be, yeah, unless you have something else to add on. That's it from my side. Yeah, okay. And again, I'm sure she needs to be attended to fully now. Yeah, okay. I know they love their attention. All right. Grandma, bye. Can you put a video on your camera on here?
Yes, yes.
She's far.
Let's put the video on. Let's put the camera on. Okay.
Yeah. Hello, Grandma. Hi.
It's hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Bye bye, Grandma.
It's hello. Yeah.
Low.
Yeah.
Hello, Grandma.
It's hello.
Hi. How are you? Oh, your smile just melts me up. All right. Okay, this is thank you very much for your time. Really appreciate it. See, anybody who talks about
Thank
dementia,
you.
they are just dear to me. Because it's something that I didn't know as well until I came into the UK. And so then I decided to do my master's in dementia. So I'll be completing end of the year. Yeah, we'll talk again. All right.
Thank you. Thank you
Bye-bye.
so much.
Yeah. So now I tend to Greenwich.
Yeah. Good.
Dementia care. How deep is your love?